Hey guys, it's Miss Farragut.
And Carter.
Nice to see you guys again. Today we're going to be doing a symmetrical butterfly for our drawing. You're going to need a paper, pencil, and a black crayon for this activity, and then whatever you want to color it with. Today we are going to be sharing with you what we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. We have been learning about the life cycle of a butterfly, and we actually did painted lady butterflies. So we are going to be doing the final stage, which is drawing the picture of the butterfly today. But I thought it would be fun for us to share with you what we've been doing with caterpillars and butterflies and chrysalides for the past couple of weeks. So stay tuned and I will show you what our caterpillars have been up to. So you can see right here, this is how they started off as these teeny tiny little caterpillars. And then they got really, really, really big like this, which I do have a picture of that I can post for you guys. And then now they came to the top and they were like hanging in a J shape. And then they shed their exoskeleton one last time. And then they hardened up into what is called a chrysalide. Can you say chrysalide?
Chrysalide.
Good job. So now we are going to, we move them into this little house for when they turn into a butterfly. And so we moved the chrysalis station into here, into our butterfly habitat. And they're going to stay like this for a while. And then we're going to have some painted lady butterflies. They're going to emerge from their chrysalides in a couple of days. They're going to start off with some crumpled up wings, which I'll try and get a video of for you guys. And then they are going to stretch out and all of the blood is going to start flowing to their wings. And they are going to turn into these beautiful painted lady butterflies. I can't wait to show you guys. So I will record this and wait. And then that way when I'm ready to do my lesson, you guys have all of these different stages to look at. Okay guys, you can see right here we have a chrysalide and our butterfly has emerged. Here's one of them. We actually have two. One fell and I was very nervous. He was not gonna make it, but he is doing really, really well. And you can see we put some food in there for him. And if you look through this one right here, you can see the wings on the inside, that orange color. So I definitely think he's getting ready to come out of his chrysalide as well. This one is quite dark too. But yeah, so we will feed these guys and then we will be letting them go. I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as we've been enjoying it. We cannot wait for these butterflies to go spread their wings outside and go back into their natural habitats. So get your pencils and papers and let's draw our own butterflies. Ready? Yeah? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. All right, guys, so we have our paper and our pencils and we're ready to get started. The first thing that I'm gonna ask you guys is make sure that your paper is landscape like this, which is wide, and we are going to fold it hamburger style, which is thick, right? This would be hot dog, see, because it's skinny. We're doing hamburger folds. We're gonna take it from this side and over. And then once you line up the corners, you can just push this down and then make sure the corners are lined up like that. Can you fold it like that, Carter? Take this side and fold it over to here.
All the way at the end?
Yeah, line up the corners. Just like that. All right, hold on. We gotta line up the corners. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, now push it down, push it down, push it down. Right here, push it down the fold. Nice, okay. So we are just using that so that we can find where the middle of our paper is. So now we're actually gonna open it back up like this. Good. And that's gonna show us where the middle of our paper is. So for you, I'm probably just gonna draw a very light little line like that so we can see that fold. Okay, so we're actually only gonna be drawing one side of our butterfly, and I'll tell you the reason for that later. So we're only drawing on the right side of our paper. Put your paper right here. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by drawing the body, which is going to just be a curved rainbow line that is going to come down. I am gonna leave some room at the top for the butterfly's antennas though. So I'm gonna start maybe 3 fingers down, and then I'm going to come over and down and then back into the center. Can you do that? Maybe start right here, come over and down to here. You practicing your sketch lines, sketching lightly. That way if you make a mistake, it's not too dark to erase. All right, connect it back in. I love it. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do is only one antenna, right? Because it's only one half of his body. So I'm going to come up out of his body, and you could always do it straight, but isn't it fun to make it kind of have a little spiral at the end? One of our little lines that we learned, right? A spiral.
Yeah, I have a number of spiral.
Yeah, we love spirals. Okay, so that's one antenna. Give me that spiral. Very nice. I like it, Carter. Very cool. Okay, so obviously, what is the next part that we need to do? His what?
His wings!
His wings. Okay, so we are going to draw one of his wings. So I'm going to come out. Now, your wings do not, absolutely do not need to be shaped like ours, okay? Everyone's can look different, and that's totally fine. You can make your butterfly look however you want, but I'm going to start coming out from his body like this, and I kind of want his wings to be big, so I'm gonna kind of go like that. Can you do that? Maybe come like up and over. You want big wings.
I want some big old dots.
Okay, so start right here maybe, and then come up and over here. Can you do that? Let me see. You got it. That's gonna look so cool. Okay, guys. So the next thing that we're gonna do while Carter finishes that is we're obviously gonna come down and then in a little bit. So we're gonna curve in like this. I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna curve in, I guess about in the middle of his body, kind of coming in.
I need the dot.
You could totally come down and then in right here. Can you do that? And in you go, boop. I love it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna do the bottom part of his wing, right? Because their wings can kind of go out. I don't know if they really do that, but that's how I draw them. Okay, so I'm gonna come out. And then I like to put like this little curve at the end, and then I'm just gonna come back into his body like this.
I'm gonna do a little circle.
You're gonna come in to here. Carter is practicing his sketch lines because we always practice drawing it light until we get it right. That way, if we do make a mistake, we can easily erase it without having really dark pencil lines on there, and we can fix it, right? Okay, that looks really cool, dude. Are you happy with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is some organic shapes, right? Those are like the free-flowing shapes that are inside of the wings. So I am going to outline, this is a line that follows like this, but I'm gonna do the top wing and the bottom separate. So I'm gonna come into his body here, but don't touch, and then I'm going to connect it to the top. So it's a line that follows, and I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom. I'm gonna come a line that follows here, a line that follows here, and then back in. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some more organic shapes inside of this. Now, they're random. They're not, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of drawing some more organic shapes inside of here. There's no reason for them. I'm just drawing them however I want. Can you draw some organic shapes, Carter, inside of yours? They can be shaped however you want. They do not have to look exactly like mine. Go ahead.
I like a pattern of all like circles.
Okay, well, draw me some organic shapes in here. This is how I'm doing mine. You can do yours however you want.
I'm gonna just draw circles.
Don't draw too many because we have to color all of this. Make them big. We are gonna have to trace all of this afterwards. So you wanna make sure that you're not putting so much that this is gonna take you so long that you're gonna start getting bored and not wanting to finish it. You want it to be something you can finish in a reasonable amount of time. Good, can you give me some down here too? Go ahead.
I was thinking if we can like...
Absolutely, it is yours. Go ahead. Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm just gonna add a few more little details to mine. Maybe one there. Maybe I put another shape here.
So I'm gonna color all these dots orange.
Oh, at the end, your butterfly is gonna be orange?
Yep.
Okay.
I have this decide what the background's gonna look like.
Okay, can you finish your designs, your organic designs, please? And remember that you can design this however you want. I just stuck to some kind of basic organic looking designs, but you could do whatever you want. If you wanted to do lines in here and patterns, you could do that too. Or if you didn't want to color it and you wanted to color it with the colors instead of making like the designs in black, you could also do that. Okay, so we had folded our paper in half because we wanted to only do half. And this is so that our butterfly could be symmetrical. Symmetrical means that it looks the same way on one side as it does on the other. And this sometimes can be very difficult when you're trying to make things match, trying to get this same shape to look exactly the same way on the other side. So right now, I'm going to show you guys a little trick. Okay, so the trick is to get a black crayon and to trace over all of these pencil lines. And so I'm going to trace over it once, and then I'm gonna go trace over it again to make them a little bit thicker. Remember, this is art, so we should take our time, Carter. And we should go slow, and we should make sure we're on the lines and that it looks nice and dark. So I'm going to go over these lines, and this is art. So like, yes, I do want to do it quickly, but at the same time, I want it to look nice. So I don't want to mess up my beautiful lines that I just spent all this time drawing. So I'm going to do a nice line. Then I'm going to go over it again to make it a little bit darker, doing like a double. All right, this is going to take us a second, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little time lapse. Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we are done at tracing that, you can see that these are really dark. I did have to help Carter kind of double up on his black lines just to make them a little bit darker. Now we are going to fold it back over like we had it. Good, can you flip it over so the crayon's on the other side? Let's flip it over like that. Okay, and so we are going to then press down on this. You can use like a pencil and like rub it like that, or I have something I would like to try today. So we have like these old like gift cards, or you could use like a credit card or something like that, and you're going to really, or a piece of plastic, like it really doesn't matter, and you're going to push it down like this. I'm gonna try like a marker, like you can really use whatever
I'm gonna use what's on that.
or whatever you have around to really push it down. You really want to make sure that your paper stays folded. You don't want it to move all around. Go ahead and let's do that a little bit more just to make sure. Hold down your paper while we do it.
What even is this?
It's a gift card.
Gift card.
And so if you made your lines dark enough, you need doubled up on them like I told you to. Once you're done that, you can need to do a little bit more. Open up your picture. And when you do, open it up. You have like a little imprint on this side of your paper that you can then trace over. So I think that it's a little bit hard to see probably from the camera, but I can see my lines on here. If it doesn't work, you could always go and do another trace over like this. And then your line's gonna be the same, so you could always just fold it back and then push again. The only thing I was having trouble seeing was his little body right here. Carter's turned out really, really good. We can see yours good. There we go. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if that's hard to see, but you can see Carter's little body right here, and then all of his little lines and his outline are all there. So that way you have an exact symmetrical design on the opposite side of your picture for you to use when you want to go draw the other side. Okay, you ready? So now we are going to take our black crayons again, and now we are going to trace those lines
Yes, we need to do
that are on the other side. So I'm going to trace over his antenna. I can see all of this on my paper now because I used that little trick. This is just an easy way to make sure that one side of your paper looks like the other, and he does have a symmetrical body and that his wings look the same. Can you see all of your lines, Carter? You can see them, huh?
all these lines.
You can see them, so you can trace over them?
Yep.
Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and trace over all those lines. I hope that this worked for you. If it didn't, trace over it again in black. One more time, fold it, and then press on it really, really, really hard with a piece of plastic or a credit card or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward because this is going to take us a minute. So our butterflies are all traced, and I think that they came out really, really nice. You did a really good job, Carter, of following over. It was really hard to see the lines when you were tracing. They were there. It was hard to follow over them. So if you are struggling, believe me, we were on the same page. It does take a little bit of focus and really kind of paying attention to the other side while you color it. But I think that these turned out really, really nice. We are going to go ahead. You can color these with whatever you'd like. You could even paint them if you wanted to, use oil pastels, anything like that. But today we're just going to use crayons and keeping this lesson kind of simple. So we've got our crayons. What colors are you going to do yours?
I'm going to do the background orange, and the circles are going to be blue.
Oh, wow. That's going to be really, really pretty. Now, I think these painted lady butterflies are like an orange and blackish kind of color, which also kind of reminds me of a monarch butterfly, right? So these are what our butterflies are going to look like. But we're gonna paint them however we want. We can make colorful ones. Ow, we can do them however we'd like. All right,
And that's what mine's gonna look like, orange
it's
background.
It's gonna have oranges. Okay.
Orange background.
All right, let's color.
Okay, let's do.
And I did add designs to the body. I forgot to say that. I just was bored while Carter was still tracing, so I decided to do that. I'm not gonna do mine orange. I'm gonna pick something else. I'm gonna do blue.
I need some sharpened one.
You can borrow some of these. They're brand new. All right, I'm gonna, yes, because the other day I was outside in the garden and I saw the prettiest blue and black butterfly. Now, we have a hummingbird feeder in the backyard, and I was kind of hoping that we would get some hummingbirds, or I think they have like hummingbird moths too. I was hoping that we would get some of those. We always see those at my mom's house, but I haven't seen any hummingbirds in our backyard. Sometimes we get butterflies in the front yard. I mean hummingbirds. Sometimes we get hummingbirds in the front yard on our agapanthers. That's a type of flower. It's a really tall purple flower. And sometimes we get hummingbirds out there.
And if you pick
but we haven't had any. What?
And if you pick the stickers off, they make like beautiful purple flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we usually get hummingbirds up in the front of the house, but in the backyard I put the hummingbird feeder back there. But I haven't seen anything. Maybe I need to put some agapanthers and plant some in the backyard. Maybe that'll bring them. But we see all kinds of butterflies.
Yeah, but sometimes butterflies come to our house.
Yeah, sometimes they come over by our house. Now, typically, I feel like we see monarch butterflies. They are usually orange and black butterflies. But the other day, I did see the prettiest blue and black butterfly.
I saw an orange butterfly, and he had black dots everywhere.
Oh, yeah? Was he pretty?
Yep, he was really pretty. Tita and Tessa saw it. He was really real.
Yeah, Tessa is my daughter, and Tita is my mom, so that's his grandmother. She's the one who got us the hummingbird feeder for the backyard, huh?
Yeah,
But
even Bella got one too.
Bella's Carter's cousin. But yeah, Tessa loves butterflies, and she's always singing this song that she learns.
About butterflies.
Yeah, it's butterfly, butterfly, happy all day. Butterfly, butterfly, fly, fly away. And I've actually never heard this song, but somebody at daycare taught it to her, and she sings it all the time. It's her favorite song, and she loves butterflies. So I can't wait for her to see what our butterflies look like when we're done coloring them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward for you guys. You remember, you can pause the video if you need to. So we are all done our symmetrical butterflies. Can you say symmetrical?
Symmetrical.
Do you remember what symmetrical means?
Mm-hmm.
It means
It
means that it looks the same
looks the same
on one side
on one side
as it does on the other side.
and it does on our side.
Right? That means symmetrical. We want them to look the same on each side, and I think that we did a pretty good job of that, and I think that they are bright and colorful and came out very nicely. All right, guys, I hope that you had just as much fun as we did working on your butterflies and learning about the life cycle of a painted lady butterfly. I'm so glad that you joined us today. Don't forget to send these into my email. What are you doing? Make sure that you send these into my email if you are a Miro B. You can find that on our school website. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.